Welcome to the Birkin Junkie podcast. I'm the Birkin Junkie, obviously the best Hermès reseller in the world. That's my own opinion. It's my show. I can have that. Today we have the Hermès Fascination, reflections from the Faubourg sales floor with Miss Faubourg herself. Oh God, nobody told me there was gonna be dancing.
It's my thing, Daniel.
This is like her signature move.
Come on.
Hey. Thank you for coming to the show, to the Birkin Junkie podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. We are very happy to have you.
I'm super happy to be here. It was bound to happen eventually.
Welcome to Miami, where all good things happen. So, so tell us. So I know who you are.
Okay.
For our fans, for our listeners, our subscribers who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about you, about your background, about, let's start there.
Let's just start at my Hermès experience.
Okay.
Because before that, it's not as interesting to your followers. So I worked at Hermès, Faubourg Saint-Honoré, 12 years.
Okay.
I started there in 2011, and I was in the women's department. I was an expert for women's shoes. I sold ready-to-wear.
Okay.
And I moved my way towards the end of my time there to the jewelry department, which I'd always wanted to work in, the fine jewelry department.
Ooh,
yeah,
I love the fine jewelry.
Yes, we do. So yeah, it was 12 years as a salesperson in the biggest, most important store of Hermès in the world. It was a fantastic education.
How many NDAs did you have to sign before you walked out the door?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay, so hopefully we can get as much from you today as we can.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be able to dance around your questions.
All right. Perfect.
But yeah. So after I left, because my husband and I decided to leave Paris, and I didn't want to do the same work in Venice, Italy, because well, first of all, the pay is not as great in Italy for somebody in sales, and I needed expansion. I was trying to expand while I was at Hermès, and it wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. So
it's hard to create your own brand and personality at a place that controls that very.
And I understand their brand control is important to them. They have a massive company that needs their control, and it's understandable. But I needed more. And so when I left, my idea was to be like a full-time consultant. I didn't realize, though, that I really, really would miss what I did. Okay. I absolutely
How so?
loved
like the interaction?
The interaction with people in front of a computer screen, that's not my thing. In fact, who knew? I didn't know. And so I can do consulting, but it's not my main thing. Mm-hmm. My main thing is now I work as a brand ambassador. I find niche brands that I fall in love with, and I promote them. I do shopping advising for Paris and Venice, people who are traveling to go and shop in Paris or Venice. I like to bring people to fun and interesting brands. Of course, we always end up at Hermès at the end, but it's fine.
You're like, check out these other brands. I promise they won't disappoint.
No,
then
it's true. I have a very good understanding of luxury and the products. So if something is good, and my clients are happy to shop with me because they know that I understand quality. Yeah. And I'm also launching my own product very soon.
Oh, lovely.
I think your audience will enjoy it because the whole idea behind this product, it's a bag, elegantly poke fun at the whole idea of this exclusivity culture in luxury. So the bag,
which is very prevalent, obviously.
Yeah. The name of my brand is Quota Bag.
Okay. Oh.
And it's a fun leather and canvas tote bag. I'm vetting two different productions, one in Italy, one in France. I kind of prefer the made in France right now because made in Italy's got some bad vibes going on. And the bag will be sort of a fun handbag, tote bag, where you can hide a mini Kelly. So the proportions will be able to fit a mini Kelly inside, so it's functional. And I'm going to be launching it through Kickstarter so I can fund the
production.
Even the prototype.
Prototype. Oh,
so I can fund the prototype, and and the first production, because I like the collaborative idea behind I like to create communities. I've been doing that since 2009.
Yeah.
Even before, you know, I like that idea of communities. I did it back in the blog days, and I think the whole idea behind my brand will be something where people will feel part of something, and that's the whole idea that I saw what was lacking in the dynamic where I was working.
Gotcha.
Where people didn't feel valued enough as a client, and they want to belong so much.
When are you launching? When are you?
Oh, I'm launching soon. As soon as I get a few paperwork things done in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I'm excited to see what it is. Yeah. Let us know where we can invest, if that's an
I
opportunity.
will. I will send you my links. My links will be. I'll bombard everybody with my links. For my Kickstarter. Yeah.
So we want to know about Hermès. Obviously, you have a lot of history there. You have a lot of work there. We want to know anything and everything we can from somebody that worked there and had the inner workings and knowledge of the brand. And I thought there was nobody better than you. So what was it like working at Hermès from your experience?
It was amazing. I loved it, but I'm the kind of person who loves little bubbles. I like to be in a bubble. I don't watch the news, for example, because that's going to burst my bubble.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed the bubble.
Yeah.
I had fun. I enjoyed the idea of treating my clients. When I first got hired, the woman who hired me, Anne Espieux, was the interim director of the Faubourg Saint-Honoré. I had a 5-minute interview with her, and she was like, "For me, it's good. You're hired." And I was like, "Okay." I'd never worked in luxury before. I'd never worked in sales or luxury, and I got the job. And I'd never even visited the store. I was too scared to go in.
That's crazy.
And so I walked in the first time, my first day of work, and she was amazing. She was my mentor, my angel, and she used to tell me, "Melissa, you have to treat this place like it's your store." And I took that a step further, and I treated it as if it was my home. And I would welcome my clients as if they were my guests in my home. Because for me, that was the whole point. They were there. I know they were there to buy good things. I was not concerned about how much money I made my clients spend.
Yeah.
And I know that that's kind of the point, I guess, when you have a commerce. But I knew that they were going to make hand over fist money, so I really wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to have a good time. I wanted my clients to have a good time. I wanted everybody to be happy, and I wanted them to come back and see me. So I really just focused on that. And I had that liberty there because, you know, the level there is so high that I didn't have stress about sales. When I first arrived there, we didn't even do like pre-day meetings. There were no meetings when we first started there. We ended up having them afterwards, like a sales meeting before the day. But my first couple of years there, we didn't do that.
It's crazy.
We didn't do that. Yeah, we would just arrive at work and we'd work. It was fun. And
so we always saw you dancing. I saw you dancing. Not I say we. I always saw you dancing online, and I was always intrigued when I saw your content. I was like, wow, this is very fresh from what I've seen like across the brand as a whole. There's somebody there that has what's the word I'm looking for? Has
charisma.
Oh, not charisma, but like a soul.
A soul.
Not a soul, but has a character. Has character to them.
Well, I'm transparent.
Yeah.
In fact, and I think that comes across online. A lot of people that know me online and then meet me in real life, they tell me that, oh, you seem just like you are online.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that came through. The dancing I started my Instagram in 2016 because I wanted to share things that were non-Kelly, non-Birkin things, and I really loved my job, and I just wanted to share stuff, and I kind of did it in secret. And it was only during COVID that I started showing my face.
Gotcha.
And then in I don't remember when I don't remember what year it was I started dancing. 2023. So I had my Instagram from 2016, and it grew, but it grew a lot during COVID because people were bored, and I think my Instagram helped them a lot
Yeah.
Because I would post product on there all the time.
Yeah.
And people all over the world would see my content and they'd go and ask their salespeople for it.
Yeah.
So I think it was helpful during COVID, and nobody said anything to me, so I just kept doing my thing. And then I got this call. I had a meeting with somebody there about a project I wanted to propose that I thought they could use me for more.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they liked my project. He said, that's a great project, but it's not really going to fly. And so a month later, I got a call from the communications department. They wanted to talk to me, and all of my colleagues were like, oh, they're going to give you a job, Melissa. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to give me a job.
I didn't really get that tone from them.
Yeah. So, and I knew they were going to try and shut me down. So I was like, before they shut me down, I'm just going to have a ball.
Yeah.
So that's when I started dancing.
Yeah.
And it became my thing. And then when I met them in the office, they were like, yeah, we really don't like the dancing. But which is hilarious because I've seen so many like Hermès events in their stores ever since I left, and there's always dancers. So I was like,
musicians.
wait a second, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
But I'm not conform. I'm a little bit
They
rebellious.
were inspired by you. They were inspired by you.
They were so inspired by me, I'm sure.
And they use that now across their global markets.
Exactly. Exactly.
So in all, it was a good experience working for the brand. And
Oh
overall.
my God. It was one of the defining experiences of my life, in fact, because I learned everything I needed to about luxury, about retail, about people. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely loved my job there.
Yeah.
I don't regret one bit of it.
That's
one
amazing.
bit. It was amazing. I am so grateful to Hermès for everything I got from there.
Yeah.
Really.
That's amazing to hear.
Amazing. It was such an experience, 12 years of that wild experience. I got to see, and I was there at a really pinnacle time.
Yeah.
Because I got to see the first day we ever had a line in the store for bags.
Okay.
I was there. Before that was my first year. Later on, or maybe my second year. But when I first arrived, there was people lining up for belts.
Okay.
That was it. There were big buses of
Instead of
tourists that would come out in
to
the
leather
morning.
desk, they were running
They would
to
run upstairs where the belts were at the time, and they would all line up for a belt. And
do you remember when they put in the leather desk? Has that always been there?
Yeah, well, we
or is
did
that
renovations.
something
There was periods of renovations. They would close down part of the store and renovate it, and then so we had a period of time where it was kind of tricky in the store, and different departments would be shuffled around during construction. Okay, so this line started, the first day it happened, it was a Saturday, and it was my first or second year there. The director, she was like running around with a paper in her hand, writing down people's names on a piece of paper, and because it had never happened before.
Yeah.
And they eventually, modified their system to make it more streamlined and more pleasant, but there were a couple of years where people were just literally standing in line every day in the store. It was a madhouse.
For bags.
Yeah, it was like Disneyland.
It's still like that. It's still a madhouse. Anytime you go there, it's literally chaos.
But did you ever shop there during those times, during those years, when people were lining up in the store? There was, so we had this like little desk, and people would literally start at, and it would snake through the entire leather department, through the menswear, over to where the makeup counter is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And
it
all
would
these
just be
people
waiting for
an appointment for bags. This is when they started the appointment system, and people got word of it really fast, and they all like just appeared. And the poor staff. The staff from the bag department, they would have to come from the stockroom downstairs and walk in front of all of these people with the box.
Dang.
And they're all staring at
My God.
the stress level.
Imagine how that would be today.
it was, or they would try and sneak up through the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it were crazy times.
That's insane.
But it was all fun. It's part of the
Talk about evil eye as that box walks by, like the amount of jealousy that people are feeling. Okay, what do you think people misunderstand most about being offered a Birkin or a quota bag, a Kelly at Hermès? What do you think is the most misunderstood thing?
So like I was saying earlier, I think what people misunderstand the most is that it's not purely transactional. People are searching for this validation. For the belonging, they want to be part of this. They want to be accepted, and I think that's the most misunderstood.
So you think people think it's transactional. You can go in, buy a bag. Here's my money. Here's the bag.
But it's not.
And it's not like that.
And it's not. And I spent most of my time there observing the emotional side of it, which is what is most interesting about it.
Yeah, because we see people like trying to throw money at SAs all the time. I mean, you hear crazy stories about people spending $100,000.
I've heard the same stories as you. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
But I've heard the same stories. But it really is like, the reason it's so hard for people is because of the emotion. They are nervous to come into the store. Some of them.
I'm always nervous.
I had people reach out to me through Instagram.
I'm the Birkin junkie. What the fuck?
Yeah. I had people reach out to me and say, I just want to come in and say hi to you. At least you give me a reason to come in, and I don't feel so nervous. Which that was the idea I wanted to offer them when I proposed a project to them, because I saw that there was all these clients who just really wanted to feel like they were special.
Yeah.
And I am really good at making people feel special. That's one of my talents.
Yeah.
And that's what I did there.
Yeah.
And I felt that it was important.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea behind my project, Quota Bag. I want to make people feel like they're validated and they're special and we're part of something together.
I think that's a good answer. I think a lot. I tell people all the time. I was like, probably one of the most important things is your SA, like having a good relationship with them. It doesn't matter how much you spend. It's really having because I know people that have spent $10,000 and been offered a Birkin 20, which is like an insane bag, and it's insane because that bag resells resale prices. You can see it for like $300,000. So they're buying a $30,000 bag after spending $10,000, and it's like people think you have to spend millions of dollars sometimes to get those bags, which is insane.
It's about trust.
Yeah.
When you build a relationship, there has to be trust.
Yeah.
And as in any human relationship, you need trust.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's not transactional, guys. You can't just throw your money at it. Sometimes.
With you, they can.
Throw your money at me. I will accept it. Yours truly. So, from an Hermès employee's perspective, what do you think makes a client memorable?
The ones who are happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ones that are happy. I mean, yeah, we can remember the people who throw a fit, but then we forget about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the ones that are happy.
Yeah.
The ones that are genuinely interested in the brand, that feel an emotion. It's emotional. It's literally, I'm going to keep saying this same word over again, but it's true. Like at least for me, my experience was I wanted to have fun at work. I wasn't doing a job just to do a job. I wanted to enjoy every day. If I was going to do that 5 days a week and not be with my kids, I wanted to enjoy myself. My experiences with my clients were full of fun and joy and happiness. And that's how I remember the best moments.
Yeah, so the best clients.
Yeah, the best. My best clients weren't like the biggest spenders.
I always tell people, say, listen, don't go into Hermès with like your head down. Don't be like subdued. Don't be a jackass, obviously, but also don't act like you're this little poor thing on earth. Like, be just who you are and be personable and smile to people.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard for people though, because there's this so much desire to feel accepted and feel like you belong, to be there and to spend your money. Yeah. So there's a lot of anxiety around it.
I know.
It's crazy,
there's a lot of
isn't
anxiety, excitement, anticipation, everything. So, and then
it's literally a psychiatrist's dream, a nest of like people to work on.
We should start a psychiatry business.
I was
We'd
thinking,
be rich. The people want to know, how much influence does like your SA actually have in you getting offered a Quota Bag? Like,
okay, so what I can say is that relationships matter in a luxury environment. And
this sounds like a rehearsed NDA answer, Melissa. Is this one where we signed an NDA?
No, it really does depend on your relationship, and if you have an SA that's able to focus on you.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Really, as long as there's a good relationship going on, and your salesperson knows what you love, how much you use your stuff, it'll flow better.
Yeah.
And yeah, the essays are a huge part of your experience there. They're the face of the brand.
Yeah. Can your essays, obviously your essay, we always say that like your essay goes to bat for you. So like essays are always trying to like push their clients over others for getting a bag, which is important.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, at least I did.
Yeah.
I knew I did.
Give me that bag. Rebecca needs this right now.
Okay, let me tell you, one of my favorite stories
Okay.
was during COVID, we were allowed to sell bags remotely.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because they weren't making any sales.
Yeah.
They needed to make sales. So there was a period of time where we were able to ship bags.
Okay. Which they don't do.
No.
Or they do very, very little of it.
Yeah, very. I don't think they do
but
at
now
all.
you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have to pick up your bag in person.
But there was a time when we could during COVID because it was necessary for the brand to stay afloat. You know, nobody was selling; stores were closed, and I wasn't a bag salesperson, but I was allowed to sell bags to some clients.
Okay.
When I was, you know, when the stock was available or when I was able to go to bat for my clients. And I had this woman I knew, this client I'd met in the shoe department, and I had supplied her through shoes, and I'd helped her with other things. I'd even helped her get like a mini Evelyn one visit, and we had a really great rapport, and she was just a really good soul. And I wanted to make her feel so special and happy.
Yeah.
And I knew that her favorite color was bamboo, and it was coming back that year.
Okay.
And it was a hard to get thing for her, where she lived.
It's one of my favorite greens, by the way.
Me too.
It's so vibrant and delicious and beautiful.
It is. It's such a good green.
So I understand why she would want it. Yeah.
Well, and her dream was a Birkin 25 in bamboo. And I sent her an email. I was like, I have a bag for you. I think I can get you a bag, this little Alzon. And so she texted me back, and she's like, oh, that's so exciting. She was busy doing her like Visio calls.
Okay.
During COVID, everybody was in front of their camera screens. And so then I sent her an email because I had to prove everything, and I had to tell her what I was sending her. I was like, please don't be on a call when you read this email. And then I described to her what I was going to sell her, and I put pictures.
Yeah.
And it was the Alzon. And then when she scrolled down through the email, she saw this green 25 Birkin in bamboo. And I get goosebumps when I talk about it because it was so special. She like screamed in her meeting because she was so excited. She was reading her email during her meeting online, and she was like, I screamed.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it made her feel super special. And that was I only sold 2 bags during COVID.
What do you think are the biggest mistakes that people can make when they're trying to build a relationship with their Hermès SA? What would you tell them not to do, or what would you tell them to do? Help us understand the inner workings, please.
I don't know about mistakes. I mean, we're all humans, right? Yeah. Just be yourself with your essay. But they do have a very good sense of smell. They can smell desperation a mile away.
Their bullshit tester is...
Desperation. And they're allergic to it.
On par, yeah. So, desperation for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just be yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Mistakes, I don't know.
Don't be an asshole.
Right.
Don't be a jerk.
Typical.
Don't be nose in the air. These are all just random, regular people skills that people should be using.
Human skills, people skills.
Yeah.
Just be. And if you find a salesperson that doesn't fit you, then there's plenty out there.
Yeah.
Right? You know.
Yeah, I always tell people you can move your essay. You can switch your essay, find a different essay.
Some of my clients have told me that they have a hard time switching.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I've had to go and talk to managers before, and I tell people to go to talk to managers, and they'll let you reassign.
I never dealt with that because all my clients love me.
The people want to know.
The people want to know.
What do essays talk about? What do essays have to say about the resale market? Like, what's the conversation between you guys? Because I know that you guys see what bags sell for. What's the conversation like?
We never talked about resale value.
Really?
No. At least I did. I was totally uninterested.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
about the resale value. I don't know. It wasn't my jam. But
Yeah.
when you're in Hermès, like why I don't know, why would I care about the resale value?
Yeah.
I didn't care. The resale market wasn't a conversation we talked about.
It was never like
No.
really talked about that much.
No.
Yeah.
We talked about clients, but we didn't talk about the resale market. I mean,
Yeah.
like in any job, you know, in
Yeah.
the back room, you talk about your clients.
Yeah.
We talked a lot of good stuff about our clients.
Yeah. You have to say that.
I did. I loved my clients.
I feel like you definitely had a different experience because I feel like your genuineness.
Well, I was
and
in
the way
it for
that you
something
were
else.
with-
You know,
yeah.
I was in it for. I was really having fun.
What is the craziest or most wild experience that you had with a customer, or something that you witnessed, or is there anything that you were just like, wow, that's a little bit
Okay,
over the
no, I have
top?
two really great stories to tell you, but they're not like crazy, like
Okay.
cringe wild.
Okay.
They're really happy wild because that's what I do. I do
Okay.
happy. I had my favorite client or favorite transaction, I guess you could say, was I was working in the fine jewelry department.
Okay.
And this kid came in with his mom. He was like 18 years old,
Okay.
and it was his first paycheck.
Oh, that's
And he brought
nice.
his mom in for Mother's Day and bought
Wow, that's
her the
beautiful.
little chaîne d'encre silver ring, like the cheapest ring at Hermès.
Okay.
And I like wanted to cry. It was the sweetest moment. His mom was so proud that her son, with his first paycheck, would bring her to Hermès.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I will never ever forget that moment. It
Yeah.
was so touching.
My eyes are watering a little bit right now.
Look,
Barely. But I can imagine that feeling of, seeing something beautiful like that.
Yeah, but there was another experience that was really kind of rebellious and fun.
Okay.
I had a client who is still a friend, actually. I met her on her 40th birthday,
Okay.
and she was there, and we had so much fun. I was selling her jewelry, and I liked her a lot. It was like we hit it off instantly. And she was like, I just really want a bag. And I just couldn't get her a bag.
Yeah.
It was our first time I met her, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't have a relationship with her, and I wasn't in the bag department, so it was not possible.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to make her feel special and do something wow for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so the rooftop terrace, you're supposed to normally ask permission and get approval, but I kind of did things my own way.
Oh God.
I snuck her up there.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm going to bring you somewhere. Just follow me. And I walked her over to the little tiny elevator. It's literally like this big.
Yeah.
And we squeezed in, me, her, and her friend. I pushed the button and we go in all the way up. Thank God we didn't run into anybody, because if I'd run into the CEO there or
Yeah.
any of the executives, I would have been kind of in trouble. And so for her 40th birthday, I gave her this experience that is really exclusive.
Yeah.
And hard to get. So it was,
That's amazing.
It was so much fun.
So many people don't even know that there's like a private rooftop terrace / garden, apple orchard on top of the flagship location.
It's the most exclusive rooftop in Paris.
Yeah.
It's small.
Yeah.
It's like the size of this room we're in.
You have to be personally invited, or you have to be
Yes.
invited to the rooftop,
So
like you said.
it is actually the private property of the Hermès family.
Oh, wow.
It's not available for the public.
Yeah.
And
Imagine
they
if you had
use
run
it.
into one of the
I
family
know,
members.
I know. It was for the use of the family.
Yeah.
And we are allowed to request to bring clients to visit it, and you have to justify it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was really lucky I didn't run into anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the family's property. That's where they can entertain special guests.
Yeah. Is it something special?
It is
unique being up there.
magical.
Yeah.
It is magical. And the first time I went up there, I was so surprised because there is this little statue there by Falconet. He's a French artist. You can go to the Louvre and see his marble sculpture, but there are reproductions of this sculpture. It was made for Madame de la Pompadour, I believe, for her castle,
Okay.
who was the mistress of Louis XIV,
Okay.
I think. I don't know if my history is right. I'm not a history major.
And this is a replica of that statue.
So yeah, there's replicas in several parts of
Gotcha.
the world, and there's a replica on that rooftop. And so I was like, and it's one of my favorite art pieces in the Louvre. It's a magical garden. There's an apple tree. Comes from Normandy, from their property in Normandy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was. I didn't realize that it was private property of the Hermès family. So.
Yeah, they have a chef. They have more unique. They have a chef. They have a kitchen and a dining room.
Okay.
They've decorated the dining room to look like Normandy house.
Hermès family. I'm open to an invitation whenever you're ready.
He would like some cake on the terrace,
A
please.
reseller would love to go there.
Or if somebody wants to sneak him up there.
Listen, I know I'm a reseller, but we could be at BFFs. I'm just saying. I'm pretty chill. What do you got to do to be invited to the rooftop? Tell people, tell the camera, tell people the exact steps.
There are no exact steps.
No
just
exact steps.
As in everything in Hermès, there are no exact steps.
Yeah.
It just has to be magical.
Has to be organic.
If it's no magical, if there's no magic, there's no emotion. And then why are we doing any of this?
There's I have a lot of followers that I know have been to the garden. Not a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but you always love seeing it from their point of view and seeing
Which is why it was so magical when I snuck my client up there.
Yeah.
Because it was totally unexpected. It was for her birthday, and we were doing it like breaking the rules, and she felt like she got something.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah.
little extra thing that was so unexpected.
Yeah.
I think it was probably the best birthday present she ever got.
Definitely. It was just Paris Fashion Week.
Yes.
Obviously.
I didn't go.
Obviously, Hermès, best of them all.
Oh, gorgeous show.
How does somebody get invited by Hermès to their Fashion Week show? Tell inquiring minds.
Okay, well, it's not an exact science, just like getting a bag. I'm sorry, people.
Okay.
And seats are super, super limited.
Yeah.
Because all the boutiques in the world are trying to invite their top clients and their special people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never even been to a show.
I thought you were about to go into it.
I've never even been to a show. But I have heard.
Hilarious.
I have heard.
Okay.
That there are services where you can pay.
I've heard this too. You can buy tickets to.
Yeah. For example, like I know people who have a service where you can pay to get tickets to the Cannes Film Festival. I don't know if they also include Hermès. You
Probably.
never know.
They probably got their fingers in everything. If they're doing Cannes, then.
I don't think so because they asked me.
Yeah.
They were like, Melissa, is there somebody we can talk to? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you want to go to Cannes or Venice Film Festival, and walk the red carpet, that you can pay for, I'm sure.
We've had clients go to like New York Fashion Week and be at the Hermès show, which is it's always amazing. But I feel like it's probably one of the toughest seats to get into at Fashion Week.
Oh, I'm sure. Because there's not only competition in the boutiques.
Yeah.
About who gets to go.
Around the world.
Yeah. You guys, these are like tough seats to get.
Influencers, actresses, celebrities, everybody wants to be in those seats.
But let me tell you, what I think is even better than going to the fashion show is going to the Reese's. All the bags and all the clothes that were in the fashion show, they go to a showroom.
And everybody gets to come and see.
Clients can be invited to go see what they call Reese's. You see it again. And that's way more interesting because you go pick it up.
Yeah.
You can go pick up
this
the
is where
stuff.
we see like people making the videos of like the bags of the new pieces that are being released.
If you want to go to the fashion show and feel special and be on, sit next to Michael Kost and do all that.
You know what? I feel like those videos.
That's fine, but I think the products are way more interesting.
Yeah.
And you can go and see them at the Reese's. I don't think just anybody can go to that. You might need to have your SA work some magic for you there, but it's way easier than going to the fashion show.
Yeah. And you know what I think about that is I feel like there's a lot more exposure around going to the Reese's than there is going to Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Because people are looking for those pieces and content about those pieces, and that content blows up.
It's kind of becoming the new thing to do at Fashion Week.
All right. The Émile Hermès Museum inside of Faubourg. Tell us about what's inside there. Or not tell us what it is. A lot of people don't even know, much like the rooftop, that there's a museum, a historic.
Exactly.
It's literally a floor full of. It's a whole floor, right?
It's not a whole floor, but it's a pretty large section of the first floor up.
Okay.
Or it's like it's like in between floors.
Okay.
Yes, the Émile Hermès Museum is a private museum. Again, it's not something that's open to the public. You can't get tickets. You can't stand in line for it. And it's a place that serves as inspiration to the artists that contribute to Hermès collections.
Gotcha.
the family,
the designers,
everybody.
Yeah.
The Hermès family is a family of collectors. So this museum does not have Hermès things in it.
Yeah.
It has things that inspire Hermès things.
Like personal collections from the family, or
Yes.
from like
Émile Hermès,
100 years ago.
Émile Hermès was a collector. He started at 12 years old collecting
Okay.
with his pocket money. He bought his first collector's piece. It was a cane that had it transformed into an umbrella.
Okay.
It had like a hidden umbrella in it. And the family has been collecting ever since. When you walk into an Hermès store, all the things on the wall are things the family has collected. So it's
Crazy.
a massive collection.
Yeah. And you're talking about when you walk into the store, you're talking about just artwork that's on the walls.
All the artwork on the
private
wall,
collection of the family.
objects on the walls, these are all from the family's private collection.
That's wild.
And they actually have teams of art historians that are dedicated to searching for things to purchase for the collection.
Yeah.
And family members can also suggest things that they might find at an auction somewhere.
Okay.
They can submit it to be perhaps purchased for the collection.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really a cool place, and the walls are, especially the Faubourg.
Yeah.
It's full of all of these pieces of either art or artifacts or like pieces of carriages from like the 19th century, 18th century.
Desks,
Yeah.
chairs. I've seen pictures before, because pictures aren't allowed to be taken. I know that.
Really?
You're not allowed to take photos when you're inside there. Let me re-say that without doing my hair.
I take photos all the time.
Yeah, you're not allowed to take
Okay.
photos when you're inside
Oops.
there. That's what I've heard.
Oh,
at
inside the
least.
museum.
Yeah, inside the museum.
Yeah, they want to focus on the experience of enjoying the museum.
Yeah.
But you have like a book where you have Grace Kelly's signature. You
God.
have the first Hermès scarf was designed after the cover of this popular board game back then. And
they have the board game?
they have the board game.
That's crazy.
It's like from 1937 was the first scarf. And yeah, they have, so there's a lot of really cool pieces like that, but also just equestrian types of art or pieces that have something to do with equestrian or hunting, that are all part of this collection. Yeah. My favorite piece it's not actually in the museum, it's in the store, so people can go and find it, and I'm going to send your followers on a treasure hunt.
Okay, perfect.
So
you're going to send me on a treasure hunt.
I'm going to send you on a treasure hunt. My favorite piece is a series of sketches that are on the wall lined up in the Faubourg. And it is a sketch of the neighborhood where the Hermès original store was, because the Faubourg's not the original store.
Yeah.
The original store was on a street that does not exist anymore because the Haussmannian period got rid of all these little streets and created all these avenues. So it was Rue des Basses Remparts was the name of the street, and you can see it written on this sketch. It's really cool because you get an idea of what that whole neighborhood looked like back then. And
Crazy.
It's like, and you see the actual
kind of
original
like a
building.
Shack. It's not a shack, it's big,
small,
but it's
in the Faubourg Saint-Honoré. Go find it and send me a picture when you do.
Obviously, you can't talk about Hermès without talking about Michael Kors.
Aww.
Michael Kors, you fashionable, sly, good-looking guy, you. Tell us about Michael Kors, because a lot of people might not even know who Michael Kors is, but he is probably the quintessential gatekeeper for all celebrities, everybody famous.
Salesperson to the stars. Well, out of respect for my former company and former colleagues, of which Michael Kors is a former colleague, I don't really feel I should talk about him. He does. Boo. He has a great smile. He has a really great smile.
You got a great smile, Michael. So I saw Michael. I was actually at Paris for the Jane Auction's Birkin.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was at the auction for Jane Birkin's bag, and literally right after I went to grab a drink with some friends, and who other than Michael Kors just walks right by me, and I'm like,
were you starstruck?
No, because I've seen him before. I've seen Michael Kors before in the store. But I think there's this like air of mystery around him, obviously, for a lot of people, because they only see him catering to clients.
Well, that's his role.
Yeah.
That's his role.
Yeah. You won't see him catering to Birkin Junkie anytime soon.
Unless you get super, super famous.
Yeah, and then we'll do it. Imagine the first famous reseller.
Well, the people who bought the Birkin.
Crazy. They're resellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, crazy. 10 million.
Oh my God.
$10 million.
Crazy.
Insane.
But it's a piece of art.
I've been talking
now.
about that for the rest of my life. So we didn't get much information on Michael Kost. It's wrapped up under
I
an
mean,
NDA.
he's online. Go check him
Go
out online.
follow him. Yeah, go follow him. Michael, I know you're going to see this.
Do you think he watches you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I do reference him. I do like tag. I don't tag him, but I do.
Oh, they're totally watching this episode, though.
I'll post stories and stuff.
I'm sure they're watching this
about
episode.
him. So Hermès has been in the news, obviously, for stalking us as clients.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always thought that they obviously look up people. They Google search them before they buy or sell them a bag, which puts me at a disadvantage because my face pops up under Birkin Junkie. Can you confirm or deny those allegations?
I can't
The
talk
people
about
wanna know.
former employers'
NDA.
policy.
We're wrapped up under an NDA on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, dang.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just go to the next question.
But did
on
you
that
know
one.
that there are some people who do not want their data to be kept by Hermès? They don't want their purchase history. There are people out there that exist that do not want
Oh, really?
their purchase history to be noted down in some digital system. Yeah, there's
And is
people
that
who and they
possible
want
to do?
Yes, you can absolutely shop anonymously.
That's crazy.
But then if you're worried about your pre-spend, then that doesn't really.
That's
But yeah, you can
crazy.
shop anonymously. You do not have to give your information. You
I don't think a lot of people will know that. I've never heard that before.
Like French aristocracy likes to do that.
Gotcha. Crazy.
Yeah.
But obviously, French aristocracy doesn't have to worry about a pre-spend.
Yeah,
I know
right?
aristocracy, like I know them personally.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, you're
I'm the Birkin
fancy.
Junkie. What'd you expect? You think I'm just muddling in the streets with the?
See, they don't have to worry about their Hermès data.
No,
They just
no.
come to you.
But no, there is like aristocracy that I know. Yeah, they're not worried about like getting bags, but they get offered bags and then they take them. So they do take them when they get offered.
Okay. Well, I mean, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? I would always take them. Did you know, FYI, that the private family of Hermès has their own private Hermès sale? I believe it's every year. Did you know that?
How did you find that out?
The Birkin Junkie.
I found that out like my last month there.
No way. That's crazy.
Because they asked for volunteers to work at the sales, and I was
Gotcha.
like, yeah, I'll do that. I was just looking for fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to work because I was a watch expert, and they wanted me to work for the family sale.
Gotcha.
And I didn't end up doing that because I worked all day. I didn't know I was supposed to start in the afternoon. I went in the morning, worked all
Gotcha.
day, and then legally they couldn't have me work more.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So much like the I would say the sales you see like in Jersey or wherever, Paris, the private sales that clients get invited to, the family has their own sale. I don't know what the discounts are because
We can dream.
um,
I know what our discounts were, so I'm assuming.
probably better than that.
I don't know. Maybe they were the same.
I'm pretty sure the family gets pretty great discounts.
Oh, ours were. I miss
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. What were your discounts?
I can't. That's classified. I'm going to be like Obama.
That's classified
That's
information.
classified.
Okay.
I don't think I think I actually said once or twice on Instagram what I paid for things. Actually,
Gotcha.
So it's not that. I guess it's not classified, but it's
Yeah.
not very classy to reveal it.
Yeah. Employees, if you ever want to give me access to a discount.
That's strictly forbidden.
Yeah, it's forbidden.
It's
Don't do
written
it.
on the door when you enter the sale.
Next question. So working at Hermès, do the employees and SAs, do you guys see these bags? Do you see, I guess, everything from Hermès as special as like everybody else outside of the brand? Or is it just like an everyday, like, oh, it's another Birkin? What's sort of the sentiment around that?
I can speak from my own personal experience, my own personal point of view. I can't really speak on behalf of my former colleagues. But I can tell you what I see. Every time you open up that box in front of a client, it's exciting.
Yeah.
For you too.
Yeah.
I always felt so excited to be able to create this moment for the client. And you know, these bags are so special. They're made by one person. One artisan makes this bag, has their hands creating this bag. Then it goes through the hands of the salesperson. And then we get to create this beautiful moment to make somebody happy. And they have all this emotion. And then the client gets the bag. And then that becomes part of their collection. And then they're going to hand it down to somebody, hopefully, or maybe resell it eventually. But the idea is that you're starting somebody's legacy when you open up that orange box. At least for me, that's how I felt. And because it has to be special. If it's not special, it's not worth it. Really, you know.
I get that feeling as well from other essays, because I mean, it's like the biggest boost of serotonin.
It
like,
is, and
that you can
for
get.
me
and
too.
It's crazy. It's
me
a simple thing. It's a material thing that people say, hey, you shouldn't get happiness out of this, but there is something uniquely special about getting an Hermès bag.
We had lots of employee training where we talked about the emotion and creating surprise. That was a huge theme during a lot of the employee training I got, was the element of surprise.
Yeah.
So they trained us to create surprise. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
And because they understand the emotion behind it.
Yeah, that's unique. That's special.
You know, which is one of the reasons why when people ask me, what do I have to buy in order to get a bag? What do I do? I'm like, really, there's no like set of rules.
There's no
Just
formula.
go and have fun, shop the stock, enjoy yourself, and let your salesperson surprise you. Yeah. Because we get fun out of that too. I freaking loved it. Yeah. It was a drug for me too. Yeah.
So there's a lot of conversation around bags being made in France. What's your experience? Did you ever get to visit the factories?
Yeah, I did.
What's your experience there, and what can you tell us about the factories?
Part of employee training is visiting certain we don't call them factories, they're workshops.
Okay.
Because the people that work in there are artisans.
Yeah.
They're not factory workers.
Yeah.
And I got to see where bags are made in I think 2 different workshops.
Okay.
But one training I got to do was to go to Italy, in Milano, and see the shoe workshops.
Okay.
Which was really a cool experience.
Yeah.
There was 2 different sections for the workshop. One where like regular shoes, like what I'm wearing, was made, women's shoes, and then there was the bottier section where they had this guy named Frankie who literally inspected every single jumping boot that came through there, and the men's shoes were made there. They've expanded since then. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they have created more workshops in that area because they just like the capacity. When I started working there, the shoe department was the fastest growing department in Hermès.
Yeah.
And it's exploded.
Yeah.
When I first started, there was 3 of us.
Okay.
In the shoe department, 3 staff.
Oh, wow.
And then quickly they hired like a 4th. And now it's massive.
Now there's like 15 people working in shoes. I mean, maybe not that much, but there's a lot.
The factories were really amazing, and they're very pristine, clean areas.
And they're beautiful as well.
They're beautiful.
I've seen a couple of them, and I mean, they're aesthetically like beautiful on the outside as well.
Everything Hermès touches is magic and beautiful.
One thing that we hear about and see, obviously, because we see people posting about them, is the parties at Hermès.
Oh.
How do I get to a party?
Okay.
Is it a holiday party? I want to go to all the parties.
Okay, well,
what can you tell us
the parties
about
where public get to go, I've never been to.
Okay.
The Faubourg, the Partie de Rentrée, the September party.
Okay.
I've never gone to that. Looks really fun. They have dancing in the Faubourg there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What about holiday parties?
The holiday parties? Those are entirely internal. They're just for staff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to have amazing parties. The best one in my memory was when they rented out the entire Grand Palais for us. Okay. The whole Grand Palais.
That's
and
crazy.
They filled it with games, and there was a skating rink, and we were allowed to skate on the skating rink. Then they had an ice show for us This
Okay.
crazy ice show with the cascaders that like they're riding. No, that was a different show maybe. Maybe they weren't on ice then. We had an ice show. We had another one. We had 2 parties at the Grand Palais.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was one where there was the cascaders, the guys that ride horses and like
I feel like everything
flail
is
off.
so extravagant in Paris.
Extravagant. Amazing.
It doesn't matter what you do, like it's gonna be insane.
The holiday parties, they at least during my time there, were amazing.
Yeah.
The Grand Palais ones,
What about
mind-blowing.
private client parties?
I don't know. I've never been to one.
Yeah. Okay. So, so we don't know about those, but that's crazy. It would be amazing to be able to go to an Hermès party.
The party
totally
de
outside of
rentrée,
like
yeah,
fashion
that's fun.
shows, stuff like that, but like it seems very unique and special and
The partie de rentrée, yeah, they spend a whole day setting up in the store. Like
Yeah.
we have to close the store a day ahead before the September party, and then literally the clients have things, free reign, and like entertainment throughout the whole store up to
Yeah.
the garden.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they even during that party they can go up to the garden like there's no issues there. Wow. That's
Yeah, well, there's
amazing.
animation up there and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hermès does everything really magical.
Okay, so we have a game now. Enough
All right,
questions.
let's play.
It's called Rate This Hermès Bag.
Okay, and we're rating on what?
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics. Okay.
And maybe functionality.
Okay.
Aesthetics
and
/ functionality.
One
We're not
being-
rating on resale value.
Okay, fine, because I'm not concerned with that. You are.
I'm concerned. But so what we're gonna do is,
Are we rating like 1 is bad and 10 is the best?
yeah.
Okay.
1 is the worst, 10 is the best.
All right.
I haven't seen whatever bags she's gonna show us.
Okay.
We're gonna count down, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We give our rating at the same time,
Okay.
just so we're not biased against each other.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that'll be fun. Let's go.
So this is a Birkin 25 cargo,
Okay.
blue marine.
Birkin 25 cargo. That started out really strong. 1, 2, 3, 7.
10.
10.
Very functional.
Wow.
Look at all the pockets. It's got pockets.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I
very
was not
functional.
expecting that.
We're not doing resale value.
No. We're not
doing-
doing resale value.
We're doing aesthetics and functionality.
All right, I gotta lock in. All right, I would give it a 7.
Okay, why?
I think it's a beautiful bag, but I think there's a lot of like really much more beautiful bags. out there.
Right, but I'm not comparing it to other bags. I'm
Oh, so
comparing
you-
it to
maybe-
it's beautiful and it's
You're just
functional.
standalone. Okay. All right.
Okay. Next.
Interesting method. Different methods here. All right.
What
next.
if they're all 10s for me? I don't know.
Oh God.
Birkin shoulder, gold.
Okay.
3,
Wait. I gotta think. All right. Ready?
3,
1,
2.
2,
1.
3. Wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
All right. 1, 2, 3.
10.
5. What the fuck?
you're so warped by your resale mind.
10. But the new shoulder Birkin, in my
Hey,
defense,
I'm a girl. You want to put the bag on your shoulder?
it doesn't even go on your
It
shoulder.
doesn't? Oh.
It doesn't even. The old shoulder Birkins like fit on your shoulder,
Oh.
but the new ones, they're
Okay,
It's
fine.
so small, like it's.
Is it?
it's-
Okay.
You
Can I change my answer?
can't. No.
All right.
They are in stone now.
Written in blood.
Wow. I give it a 5.
Okay, well,
Just
now
because-
that
I
I
think
know
it's-
that it doesn't go on my shoulder, then I'm going to probably give it like a 6.
Okay. All right. All right. Next.
Picotin 18, two.
Okay. All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3,
5.
4. Okay. We're closer there.
Yeah.
I give it a 4.
Okay.
I really like the Picotin.
I
but
love that bag.
Yeah.
But functionality.
I think the
it's-
functionality is good.
Yeah, but you dig in a picotin, you're
I
constantly
think it's a beautiful
digging.
bag.
It is.
But
it is
it's not-
beautiful.
Okay, to be fair, my rating scale, I'm very tough on my rating scale.
Okay.
Why do you give it a 5?
Well, because you have to picotins. It's hard to organize inside your bag.
Yeah, it is just an empty
It's
hole.
very difficult. Plus,
Yeah.
it's not lined. I mean, the work that goes into making those is a lot less, which doesn't mean it's not a great bag. I
Yeah.
love it, and I would love to have a Picotin 18. I don't have one. I only have a 22. But
22 is good as well.
but yeah, it's a mess in
Yeah.
the bag.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Ready? Here we go. This is fun.
Birkin 30 crocodile, Rouge 8.
What size?
Oh,
What size? 30?
Birkin 30.
Oh, rougeage.
All right. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3,
10.
8. Dang.
I know. I told you they're all going to be 10s for me. Okay, it's rougeage. It's
Amazing.
croc.
That's why I rated it so high, was because
A
of
Birkin 30 is for me like a lifetime bag.
Yeah,
Bag
yeah.
for life.
Yeah,
Plus it's rougeage croc.
yeah. I'm sorry. I just have, my 10 is so high up in my mind. To rate another bag a 10, I have to knock down a beautiful bag like that
Oh
down
yeah.
to an
No,
8.
I'm like Oprah. I'll give 10s to everybody.
You get a 10.
You get a 10.
Get a 10.
You get a 10.
All right, next bag. Next bag.
Constance 18 Nata.
Oh God. Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 5.
3.
Wow. You're low this time.
Yeah.
Want to talk us through that, or? All right.
Well, it's small.
traumatized
You
over
can't
here.
put much in it.
Yeah.
I'm going on aesthetics and functionality. The giant H, I'm not a big fan.
I don't like the H. I'm not a big fan. And I
And
always tell people,
It's nata. It's gonna get dirty. My kids.
wow, you're taking
yeah.
everything into consideration.
Yes.
It sounds like you're rating versus resale, in my opinion.
I'm not rating on resale. You know, I'm rating
You're
on
like, that color is
functionality.
not going to value well. It's not going to be good.
No, I'm thinking about like I have 2 boys. They're
Yeah.
gonna make it dirty.
It's true. It's true. Okay. All right, next bag.
Birkin 20 Disco.
Wow. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 9.
7.
Okay.
Oh,
We're close.
cute.
In my opinion, Birkin 20 is elite. Like,
It
it's
is
gorgeous.
elite.
I'm
It
not talking
is.
about resale. I'm talking about the bag is beautiful. It's
But
the,
that
the
handle is
classic
so
silhouette.
small.
It's so petite. It's so beautiful. It's
But
so
the handle, you can't like. It's very small.
you have to hold it like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but your rating is high. 7? That's high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right.
But the cargo got a 10, huh? So I
Yours
really
got
am
a 10.
rating on functionality.
I gave it an 8. I gave
Yeah.
it an 8. Okay. Ready?
Mini Kelly Teddy.
Ooh. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
10.
7. Wow.
She loves it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's so cute.
Wow.
It's like a little pet.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Forgot the functionality.
It's
Yeah, I
gorgeous.
did. I totally
The
forgot the
functionality is out the
functionality
window.
out the window.
She's like, it's so
So
pretty.
It's cute to think about it.
It's so pretty. You gotta baby it though. You have to take care of it.
I know, that's the thing.
You have
Yeah,
to-
it is really not a very practical bag.
It's not practical. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
You only wear it on like one event when you're going skiing.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. You can't wear that bag any
You
other
can't.
time.
You can't.
You can wear it in the winter, obviously. Would you wear that to dinner in winter?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like
It's like
when are you gonna wear it?
Yeah, it's like
it's
you're going
so
to the
not
ice
functional.
in
It does not
St.
deserve.
Moritz and- yeah, all right.
But it's so cute.
I'm glad
It's so
you
cute.
gave it a 10.
I know. It's really cute.
All right, next bag.
Kelly 25 Ostrich.
Okay,
Chris Pro.
okay. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 6.
7.
Oh, okay. Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any thoughts?
Well, I think Kelly 25 is the perfect size of a Kelly. And yeah, the ostrich is just, if I
The
want.
ostrich is what threw me and put.
Yeah, me too. No, I like ostrich, but
I'm
not
not the
in a
biggest-
gray color. I would like ostrich in like, ostrich's fun. It's like polka dots.
I'm not the
it
biggest
needs
fan
to
of
be
ostrich.
it needs to be fun color,
Yeah.
I think.
Like
Bubble.
bubblegum. Or
Yes.
love that. All right. Next bag.
Mini Kelly Picnic.
Oh. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, me too.
All right. 1, 2, 3,
10.
8. Wow.
It's really
We're
cute.
not far apart.
It's so cute.
But your 10s are like, you're giving out 10s like they're
I
free over
told
here.
you, I'm like Oprah. I think
I give it
so.
an 8.
It's so cute.
It's beautiful. 8 is really high. I'm not knocking it, but
no.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous bag.
It's gorgeous, and you get to like wear it like to wine tasting in Napa Valley,
It's
and that's
way
it. But-
more versatile than the Teddy.
Oh, it is true. True,
100%.
true. You
100%.
can literally wear it all summer.
Yeah.
I think it's-
Functionality is a little bit lacking.
No, I've thrown functionality out the window.
But, you know, we makes up for it in beauty.
Yes, exactly.
All right, next bag. This is the last one, right?
Last one? Okay.
Last bag. Here we go.
Birkin 20 ready.
Oh, damn. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. 10.
10.
It's got to be a 10. It's got to be a 10.
I know, and the other Birkin 20, I gave it like a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you gave it like an 8.
I don't think I was excited about the disco thing.
Yeah.
But that one has the
I like
same
the disco.
handle. But I like, oh my God, it's so cute.
The Faubourgs are
The rain, yeah, no.
perfect.
I'm Miss Faubourg. How can I say no to a Faubourg?
Mrs. Faubourg.
Miss
or Miss
Faubourg.
Faubourg.
Miss Faubourg.
Miss Faubourg. It has been a pleasure having you on the show.
Oh, Daniel, thank you so much for having me.
We got to
This
do
was super
something
fun.
next, and it's been amazing. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having
We're
me.
excited about quota bags and what you're doing.
Thank you.
I want to see like what's going. So whenever you get the
Soon,
link,
very soon.
send it to us. We'll share
I
it with
will.
the community.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank
It's been
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you, Daniel.
Merci, madame.
Merci,
It's been a
monsieur.
pleasure.